Every morning for the past 6 months, my mother has come into my room, kissed my forehead, and whispered, "I'm so sorry, sweetheart." Every evening, my father hugs me and says, "We're so sorry, Emma. So incredibly sorry." At first, I thought they were apologizing for something small, a broken promise, a missed event, but they do it every single day, multiple times a day, with tears in their eyes. Sorry for what? I've asked them 100 times. "You'll understand soon," they always say. "We just need you to know we're sorry." Last night, I found a locked box in their closet with my name on it, and a date, my 18th birthday, 3 weeks from now. When I asked them what's inside, my mother broke down sobbing. My father looked at me with such pain in his eyes that I felt scared. "On your 18th birthday, everything will make sense," he said, "and you'll understand why we've been apologizing. What I'm about to discover will change my life forever. Stay with me, because this story is about the moment you learn the truth your parents have been hiding, and why they've been saying sorry for years." Before we continue, if you've ever felt like your family was keeping a major secret from you, hit that subscribe button right now. Your support means everything to me. And comment below, have your parents ever apologized for something they wouldn't explain? Let's talk about it. Now, back to my story. Let me explain how this started. My name is Emma Sullivan. I'm 17 years old, turning 18 in 3 weeks. I live with my parents, Catherine and Michael, in a quiet town in Vermont. For most of my life, everything was normal. Loving parents, comfortable home, regular childhood. But 6 months ago, on my 17th birthday, something changed. I woke up that morning to my mother sitting on my bed crying. "Mom, what's wrong?" She wiped her eyes and smiled through the tears. "Nothing, sweetheart. Happy birthday." "Then why are you crying?" I'm so sorry, Emma." "Sorry for what?" "You'll understand soon. I love you so much." She left before I could ask more questions. At breakfast, my father pulled me into a tight hug. "Happy birthday, Princess. And I'm sorry. We're both so sorry." "Dad, what are you apologizing for?" "We'll explain when you're 18. Just know that we love you more than anything." I thought it was weird, but I let it go. Maybe they felt guilty about something small. Maybe they forgot to buy the right present, but then it kept happening. The next morning, my mother came into my room. "Good morning, honey. I'm so sorry." "Mom, seriously, sorry for what?" "Soon. You'll know soon." That evening, my father said it again. "We're so sorry, Emma." And the next day, and the day after that, every single morning, every single evening, "We're so sorry." After a week, I got frustrated. "Can you please stop apologizing if you're not going to tell me what for?" My mother's eyes filled with tears. "We can't tell you yet, but we need you to know that we're sorry, that whatever happens, we love you." "What's going to happen?" "On your 18th birthday, everything will be explained. We promise." "That's a year away." "We know, and we're sorry you have to wait, but it's important." I tried to let it go, but hearing "we're so sorry" multiple times a day for months started to drive me insane. My friends noticed too. "Your parents are acting weird," my best friend Jess said one day. "Every time I come over, they apologize to you." "I know, it's been going on for months." "Have you asked them what they're apologizing for?" "A million times. They say they'll tell me when I turn 18. "That's so weird. What could be so bad that they apologize every day but won't explain?" "I don't know, but it's making me paranoid, like something terrible is going to happen." "Maybe it's something good, like they're planning a huge surprise?" "Then why apologize, and why cry every time they say it?" Jess had no answer. The apologies continued, every day without fail. I started keeping track. Day 47, day 83, day 120. By day 150, I'd had enough. I needed answers. One Saturday when my parents went grocery shopping, I searched their room. I felt guilty going through their things, but I was desperate to understand what they were apologizing for. In their closet, behind a box of old photo albums, I found a small locked metal box. It was about the size of a shoebox, dark blue, with a combination lock on the front. Taped to the top was a label, "For Emma, open on 18th birthday." My heart started racing. This was it, the answer to why they'd been apologizing. I tried to open it, tried common combinations. Birthdays, anniversaries. Nothing worked. I heard the garage door opening. They were home. I quickly put the box back exactly where I found it and ran to my room. That evening, my mother came in as usual. "Good night, sweetheart. We're so sorry." "I found the box," I blurted out. She froze. "What box?" "The one in your closet, with my name on it, the one I'm supposed to open on my 18th birthday." My mother sat down on my bed, looking shaken. "You weren't supposed to find that yet." "What's inside?" "Emma? Just tell me. I'm so tired of not knowing. You apologize every single day and won't tell me why. What could possibly be in that box that requires 6 months of apologies?" My mother's eyes filled with tears. "The truth." "What truth?" "The truth about your life, your birth, who you really are." My blood ran cold. "What does that mean?" "I can't explain more, not yet. But on your 18th birthday, you'll open that box, and you'll understand everything." "Am I sick? Dying?" "No, honey, nothing like that." "Then what?" 3 more weeks. You just need to wait 3 more weeks." "I can't wait 3 more weeks. This is driving me crazy." My father appeared in the doorway. "What's going on?" "She found the box," my mother said. My father's face went pale. "Emma, you can't open it until your birthday." "Why not? What happens if I open it early?" "Nothing will happen. But there are things you need to know at the right time, and 18 is the right time." "Says who?" "Says the law. Says the people involved. Says everyone who's been waiting for this moment." "What people? What law?" My parents looked at each other. A long, heavy look. "We can't say more," my mother said. "We've already said too much. 3 more weeks, Emma. Then everything will make sense. We promise." They left my room, and I sat there, more confused and scared than ever. The next day, I started digging into my own history. I'd never questioned my childhood before. I had baby photos, birth certificate, social security card. Everything seemed normal. But I looked closer. My birth certificate listed Catherine and Michael Sullivan as my parents. Born at Burlington Hospital, February 14th, 17 years ago. But something felt off about the document. The paper seemed newer than it should be. I searched through old photo albums, baby pictures of me. But I noticed something weird. There were no pregnancy photos of my mother. No baby shower pictures. No photos of her visibly pregnant. The first photo of me in the album was labeled Emma, 3 days old. 3 days old. Not newborn at the hospital. 3 days old. I called my grandmother, my mother's mother who lived in Florida. "Grandma, can I ask you something?" "Of course, dear. What's on your mind?" "Do you remember when I was born?" "Of course. February 14th. You were the most beautiful baby." "Do you remember Mom being pregnant?" There was a long pause. "Why are you asking, Emma?" "Just curious. You should talk to your parents about this." "I'm trying to, but they won't tell me anything until I turn 18. Another pause. "They're doing what's right. Trust them." "Grandma, please, just tell me. Was my mother pregnant with me?" "Emma, I can't have this conversation. I promised your parents I wouldn't. But I will tell you this. They love you more than anything in this world, and whatever they tell you on your birthday, remember that." She hung up. I felt sick. My grandmother basically confirmed that something was off about my birth. I searched online for my birth announcement. Most local hospitals post them in the newspaper. Nothing. No birth announcement for Emma Sullivan in February of my birth year. I looked up adoption records for Vermont, but I'd need a court order to access them. Was I adopted? But if I was adopted, why keep it a secret? Why apologize every day? Unless something about my adoption was wrong. Illegal, maybe? That evening, I confronted my parents at dinner. "Am I adopted?" They both stopped eating, looked at each other. "Emma," my father started, "just yes or no. Am I adopted?" "It's complicated," my mother said. "That's not a no. So yes, I'm adopted." "On your birthday, you'll get the full story. I want the story now. You've been apologizing for 6 months. You owe me the truth." My father set down his fork. "Fine. You want part of the truth? Yes. We adopted you. Legally. Through proper channels." "Then why apologize? Why keep it secret?" "Because of the circumstances surrounding your adoption. They were unusual." "Unusual how?" "We can't explain more, but you need to know we chose you, we wanted you, and we've loved you every single day since we brought you home." "Then why say sorry?" "Because when you learn the full circumstances, you might be angry with us, you might feel betrayed, and we want you to know in advance that we're sorry for any pain this causes." "What circumstances could possibly make me feel betrayed?" My parents didn't answer. The last 3 weeks before my birthday were torture. My parents continued their daily apologies, but now they seemed even more emotional. My mother would sometimes just stand in my doorway, watching me, tears streaming down her face. "Mom, please stop crying. I can't help it. I'm going to miss this." "Miss what?" "You. The way things are now, before everything changes." "Things aren't going to change." "Yes, they will, and I'm so sorry." 2 days before my birthday, a lawyer came to our house. I was upstairs, but I could hear them talking in the kitchen. "She turns 18 in 2 days, the lawyer said. "Are you prepared?" "No," my mother said, crying. "How could we ever be prepared for this?" "We'll give her the box," my father said. "We'll explain everything, and then we'll see what she decides." "What I decide about what?" I wanted to scream. The night before my birthday, my parents took me out to dinner, to my favorite restaurant. They ordered my favorite foods. They looked at me with such sadness. "This might be our last dinner together as a family," my mother said. "Why would it be our last dinner?" "Because after tomorrow, you might not want to be around us anymore." "That's ridiculous. Of course I'll want to be around you." "You say that now," my father said. "But tomorrow you'll learn the truth, and the truth might change how you feel about us." "What truth could possibly make me stop loving you?" They didn't answer, just held my hands across the table and cried. That night, I barely slept. Tomorrow was my 18th birthday. Tomorrow, I'd finally get answers. But I was terrified of what those answers might be. I woke up on my 18th birthday to both my parents sitting on my bed. "Happy birthday, Emma," my mother whispered, tears already streaming down her face. "It's time," my father said. "Time to tell you everything." They led me downstairs to the living room. On the coffee table sat the blue metal box. "The combination is your birth date," my father said. "February 14th, 0214. I sat down and opened the box with shaking hands. Inside were documents, photos, and a letter. I pulled out the letter first. It was addressed to me, in my mother's handwriting. "Dear Emma, if you're reading this, you're 18 years old, and we owe you the truth we've been keeping from you your entire life. You were not adopted in the traditional sense. You were rescued. When you were 3 days old, you were found abandoned in a church in Boston. No note, no identification. Just you, wrapped in a blanket, left on a pew. The police were called. Child Protective Services got involved. You were placed in emergency foster care. Your father and I had been on an adoption waiting list for 3 years. We'd tried to have children but couldn't. We were desperate to be parents. When we got the call about you, an abandoned newborn with no family, we said yes immediately. The adoption should have been straightforward, an abandoned child with no parents to claim her. But there was a complication. 2 days after we brought you home, a woman came forward. She said she was your biological mother, that she'd left you at the church because she was young and scared and didn't know what to do. She wanted you back. We should have returned you. Legally, if a biological parent comes forward within 30 days, they have rights. But Emma, we'd already fallen in love with you. Those 2 days with you had changed our lives. We couldn't imagine giving you back. So we did something terrible. We lied. We told the courts that no one had come forward. We rushed the adoption through. We falsified some documents with help from a sympathetic social worker. We illegally finalized your adoption before your biological mother could officially file her claim. By the time she got a lawyer and tried to get you back, it was too late. The adoption was already complete, and overturning a finalized adoption is nearly impossible. Your biological mother fought for 2 years, tried everything, but she lost. We stole you from her, Emma, legally. But still we stole you, and we've been sorry every single day since. We love you more than life itself. But we've known that someday you'd have to learn the truth, and you'd have a choice to make. In this box, there's information about your biological mother. Her name, her contact information, recent photos. She's never stopped looking for you, never stopped wanting you. Now that you're 18, you're an adult. You can make your own decisions. You can stay with us, or you can go to her. Either way, we're sorry. Sorry for taking you. Sorry for lying. Sorry for building our happiness on someone else's pain. We love you, Mom and Dad. My hands were shaking so hard I could barely hold the letter. I looked up at my parents. You stole me? Yes, my father whispered. You took me from my biological mother? Yes, my mother sobbed. And we've been apologizing every day because we knew this moment was coming. The moment you'd learn the truth and hate us. I pulled out the other documents. A photo of a woman, dark hair, kind eyes. Her name was Rebecca Martinez. She was 16 when she had me. 34 now. There was a letter from her too. To me. Emma, I don't know if you'll ever read this. I don't know if the Sullivans will give it to you, but I have to try. I was 16 when I got pregnant, terrified. My parents were strict and religious. I knew they'd disown me. I gave birth alone in a hospital, using a fake name, and 3 days later, in a moment of absolute panic and despair, I left you at a church. I thought someone would take you to a hospital, that you'd be safe, that maybe someone would adopt you who could give you a better life than I could. But the moment I left you there, I regretted it. I went back 2 hours later, but you were already gone. I've spent 18 years trying to find you, trying to get you back. I'm not trying to disrupt your life. I'm not trying to take you from the only parents you've known. I just want you to know that I never stopped loving you, never stopped thinking about you. If you want to meet me, I'm here. If you don't, I understand. Either way, I'm so sorry for leaving you, and I hope you've had a beautiful life. Love, your birth mother, Rebecca. I sat there, holding both letters, trying to process. I didn't speak for a long time, just sat there, reading and rereading the letters. Finally, I looked at my parents. You've been apologizing every day because you knew I'd find out you stole me? Yes, my mother said. We knew that when you turned 18, you'd have a legal right to your adoption records, and you'd discover the truth. So you preemptively apologized, every day, for 6 months. We've been apologizing for 18 years, my father said. We just started saying it out loud 6 months ago, because we knew the day was coming. Do you think I'm going to leave? Go to her? We don't know, my mother said. And we'd understand if you did. She's your biological mother. She wants to know you. But you raised me. Yes, but we did it through lies and manipulation. We stole you from a woman who wanted you. I looked at the photo of Rebecca Martinez again. She looked kind, sad, like she'd been carrying pain for years. I want to meet her, I said. My mother nodded, tears streaming. We thought you might. But that doesn't mean I'm leaving you. They both looked up, shocked. What? My father said. You're my parents. You raised me. You loved me. Yes, you did something wrong, something illegal, but you did it because you loved me. Emma, I want to meet her. I want to know her. She deserves that. But you're still my parents. That doesn't change. My mother collapsed into sobs. My father pulled me into a hug. We don't deserve you, he whispered. Maybe not, but you're stuck with me anyway. I met Rebecca 3 weeks later, at a coffee shop halfway between Vermont and Boston. She cried when she saw me. You look just like I imagined, You look like the photo, I said. We talked for hours. About her life. About the circumstances of my birth. About the regret she'd carried. I don't blame the Sullivans, she said. They gave you a good life, a better life than I could have given you at 16. But you tried to get me back. I did. But now, looking at you, seeing how you turned out, maybe things happened the way they were supposed to. Do you want to be part of my life? Only if you want me to be. I do. We meet once a month now. Coffee, lunch, sometimes just walks. She's not trying to be my mother. I already have a mother, but she's become something else. A friend. A connection to my past. My parents still apologize sometimes, but less frequently. You don't need to say sorry anymore, I told them last week. But we do, my mother said. We always will. Then say it once, not every day, just once. My father smiled. We're sorry, Emma, for how we brought you into our lives, but we're not sorry that you're here. Neither am I. I'm Emma Sullivan. I'm 18 years old. I was stolen from my biological mother by the parents who raised me, and somehow I've found a way to love them all. Thank you so much for watching. If this story touched your heart, please subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. Your support truly means the world to me. And don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments. I love reading every single one of them. Each comment inspires me to keep creating stories for you. See you next time.